On January 13th, 2016, history was made. The Powerball jackpot had climbed to an unprecedented $1.586 billion, the largest lottery prize ever recorded at the time. Lines wrapped around gas stations. Office pools formed overnight. Even people who never played the lottery bought a ticket. And then the numbers were drawn. For the first time ever, 3 winning tickets matched all 6 numbers. The winners were from California, Florida, and Tennessee. But what happened next is even more fascinating than the jackpot itself. Where are these winners now? Let's break it down. But first, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos on what happens when luck strikes. Now let's get into it. The California winner, Marvin and May Acosta. The first ticket was sold at a 7-Eleven in Chino Hills, California. The winners, Marvin and May Acosta, a married couple. Under California law, lottery winners must be publicly identified. So, unlike winners in some other states, anonymity was not an option. The Acostas stepped forward in January 2016 to claim their share of the jackpot. Each winning ticket was worth roughly $528.8 million before taxes. Like all 3 winners, the Acostas chose the lump sum option, which was approximately $327.8 million before federal taxes. After federal withholding taxes, their take-home amount was significantly lower. California does not tax lottery winnings at the state level, which worked in their favor. After claiming the prize, the Acostas largely stepped out of the public spotlight. There were no major public scandals, no lawsuits that made national headlines, no tabloid drama. Reports later indicated they purchased high-end real estate and focused on private investments, but they have maintained a low profile ever since. Compared to many lottery stories, theirs has been relatively quiet. The Florida winner, David Kaltschmidt and Maureen Smith. The second winning ticket was sold in Melbourne Beach, Florida. The winners were David Kaltschmidt and Maureen Smith, a married couple. Florida law also requires lottery winners to be publicly identified. Like the California winners, they chose the lump sum of approximately $327.8 million before federal taxes. In interviews, the couple said they plan to retire, travel, and make thoughtful financial decisions. Unlike some winners who immediately splurged, Kaltschmidt and Smith appeared measured. They reportedly worked with financial advisors and kept a relatively low profile. Over time, they purchased homes and made charitable donations, including contributions to local organizations and churches. They did not become constant media figures. They did not appear in scandalous headlines. As far as public record shows, they have largely maintained privacy and stability since their win. The Tennessee winners, the Robinson family. The third winning ticket was sold in Munford, Tennessee. The winners were John and Lisa Robinson, along with their daughter Tiffany. Tennessee law also requires winners to be publicly identified. The Robinson family stepped forward quickly after the drawing, becoming one of the first winners to claim their prize. Like the others, they chose the lump sum payment, but unlike the California and Florida winners, the Robinsons initially remained more visible. They gave interviews, they appeared in press conferences, they shared plans publicly. Shortly after winning, reports indicated they paid off debt, purchased vehicles, and bought a home. However, over time, their public presence faded. There were no widely reported bankruptcies, no confirmed financial collapse. While occasional rumors circulate online about lottery winners losing everything, there is no verified reporting that the Robinson family went broke. What we do know is this: after the initial media attention, they stepped back from public life, much like the other winners. The financial breakdown. Let's pause and look at the numbers. The advertised jackpot was $1.586 billion, but that figure assumes the annuity option, paid over 29 years. All 3 winners chose the lump sum, which reduced each share to roughly $327.8 million before federal taxes. After mandatory federal withholding and eventual tax liabilities, the final take-home amount for each winner was significantly lower. Even so, each winning group walked away with hundreds of millions of dollars. So, what makes this jackpot unique? Several things. First, it shattered previous jackpot records at the time. Second, it was split 3 ways, meaning no single individual became a billionaire overnight. And third, none of the 3 winning parties have become cautionary tales, at least not publicly. Unlike famous cases like Jack Whittaker, William Bud Post, and Michael Carroll, there is no verified evidence that these winners spiraled into chaos. Instead, what stands out is how relatively quiet their post-win lives have been. Why you don't hear about them anymore? There's a reason for that. After the initial publicity required by state law, lottery winners often retreat from public visibility. Security concerns, privacy, family protection. Once the interviews stop, the media cycle moves on. And unless something dramatic happens, the story fades. In the case of the $1.586 billion Powerball winners, the biggest headline was the jackpot itself. Not scandal, not lawsuits, not bankruptcy, just history. The largest jackpot in history at the time and 3 winning tickets. Nearly $1.6 billion. And yet, 10 years later, the biggest takeaway isn't chaos, it's silence. Sometimes the most successful lottery story is the one you stop hearing about. Because the real win isn't just hitting the numbers, it's keeping your life intact after you do. If you enjoyed this deep dive, let me know in the comments which massive jackpot story you'd like covered next. And if you're curious about what happens when luck strikes, subscribe.